Welcome to Human Comm Research. I'm Janessa, and that over there is Elizabeth.
Hello.
And today we are covering threats to internal validity. The problem of internal invalidity refers to the possibility that the conclusions drawn from experimental results may not accurately reflect what has gone on in the experiment itself.
You guys know what internal validity is, right? Well, internal invalidity is all the things within an experiment that could go wrong with that.
You can put threats to internal validity into three different categories, depending on who or what they are related to: the researcher, the participant, or the procedure.
Researcher-related threats come from something the researcher does that affects the participant's independent variable. For example, in the experimenter effect, also known as the Rosenthal or Pygmalion effect, the researcher unconsciously treats participants differently, which affects how they behave. These threats can also come from observer bias and researcher attribute effect. Normally, these types of threats are unintentional and even unconscious on the researcher's part.
Participant-related threats, on the other hand, are more numerous and unpredictable because they come from the study's participants. Some deal with the participants' awareness of being tested or observed, such as the Hawthorne effect. Others are based on engagement and interest in the experiment. For example, sometimes if surveys are too long, participants become tired and bored and even drop out of an experiment before it is done. Participant-related threats can also come from how participants affect one another.
The inter-subject bias results when participants can communicate with different groups, thus contaminating the experiment. It's sort of like what happens when students from an earlier class take a test and tell people in the class after them what sort of questions were on it. Then the test isn't accurately reflecting both of the groups fairly.
Also, sometimes control participants perceive that they are being denied a benefit and may even try harder as the underdog, or give up, act out, and grow depressed due to feeling like they are treated unfairly. These are aptly named compensatory rivalry and demoralization effect.
Procedure threats happen in the way a study is actually carried out. This can be from the present setting or context, inconsistent measurements, contaminating variables, extreme outliers, or compensation towards the control group.
We hope this gives you a brief introduction into the various ways your experiment can go wrong. Now, properly armed with this information, your experiments can fend off these threats and avoid ethical breaches and common pitfalls.